We're gonna start with a gift unwrapping.
Hello, everybody.
No, I'm post intro.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello, cinephiles.
Wow, that was loud.
Hi. See, she's very drunk, and I think we're two very different. Well, you're a party drunk. I'm also a party drunk, but like to a different degree.
Party.
Yeah, we're a little lit tonight. Okay.
A little lit.
But hello, cinephiles, and welcome to Silver Screen Sips, this podcast where two drunk idiots today, talk about movies. And today we're getting into the holiday spirit, discussing the 1988 classic Die Hard. Just a reminder, there are spoilers of movies ahead in TV shows.
Oh my god, dude! You just slurred all of that together.
The alcohol is hitting a little faster than I thought it would. Just a reminder, there are spoilers ahead for movies and TV shows that you may have not seen yet. All right, just so you know, you've been warned. And what was I gonna say?
I don't know. You wanted to do the intro, so you must have wanted to say something.
Welcome to the podcast, pal.
Is that why you wanted to do this? Was just to fucking say that shit?
Yes. Welcome to the podcast, pal. Because welcome to the party, pal.
I have a gift here on my desk that I am going to open from Isaiah. He mailed it to me today. I received it. I don't know what it is, but it's my Christmas gift. Thank you. I'm going to open it right now. Live opening for everyone. Oh, geez. Trying to get that ASMR noise. Is it working? Dude, what the fuck? I can't open it. Hold on, I need scissors. Ready? Listen to this ASMR. Do you hear the scissors?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see what's inside. We've got a bag. Inside a bag. Trying to do a visual description here for our listeners here. Okay, we got a fun little see-through kind of transparent bag here. With stars and moons all over it, and a card is inside saying thank you for your purchase. And then inside the bag, ooh, okay, it's a keychain that says, oh wait, it's got a sticky thing on it. Hold on, let me take that off so I can actually, to protect it. They put a little. Listen to it. Ready? Listen to this ASMR. Ooh,
I was ready to hear like a dong.
It is a keychain that on the front of it is the red door from The Haunting of Hill House. And it says summer 1992. And it says Hill House underneath, which is Haunting of Hill House. For those who don't know, is one of my favorite shows. It's on Netflix. If you have not seen it, go see it. This is sick. Oh, and then the back of it says the rest is confetti. I love that.
I don't know what that means.
I believe that's a quote. Have you seen it yet?
I have not. I've only seen oh my god, my mind is blanking. What's it called? The Fall of the House of Usher.
Dude, if you think that's good, watch Haunting of Hill House. Haunting of Hill House is definitely number one in terms of Mike Flanagan's work. And then I think Midnight Mass, and then Bly Manor, and then House of the Fall of Usher, personally. Well, thank you, Isaiah. Happy Christmas. Merry Chrysler.
Merry Chrysler.
I will put it on my bag or something.
Do you know what it is?
It's a keychain.
Yeah, but do you know what kind of keychain it is?
No.
It's a hotel pass.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, see, I've never had a hotel pass before because we live in the 22nd century, 21st century. What century are we in?
20th, the 21st? 22nd? No.
Hey, Google. What century do we live in? 21st century. Okay. Hey, Google. Hey. Shut up. But yes, listen, if robots ever become sentient, they're coming for me first because of the way I treat my Google Home. That is really cool. I like it even more now. I'll put that right here. Thank you. I feel bad. I didn't get you a gift. I didn't know we were doing gifts.
I just needed your address. That's all I needed.
I'll be down in West Palm Beach next week. We'll hang out. That'll be my gift.
You're gonna gift me with your presents.
I'll buy you a drink. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Okay, great.
You're gonna get me the Don Julio $100 shot from Roxy's.
Oh my god, yes. Well, welcome everyone, and happy Christmas. This is not coming. Actually, this will be coming out. Oh, okay. We actually will have an episode coming out on Christmas Day, but this is the week before Christmas. Exactly a week before Christmas.
This is the Christmas Eve episode.
Kind of. Not really, but at all, but kind of. It's because this one's airing on the 18th. And then we have another one on literally Christmas Day. So happy pre-Christmas. Alrighty, let's jump on into our first segment, shall we?
We shall.
Okay, we're going to start off with This Week in Hollywood. Kicking it off with an amazing headline, something I'm personally very excited for. So we mentioned in one of our past episodes, the upcoming biopic titled Back to Black, which is based on the famous singer, Amy Winehouse. If you haven't heard of her.
Not AC/DC?
That's a different song.
Yes.
That's Back in Black. Anyways, well, now the film has officially announced or officially confirmed a release date. The film is going to be released in the UK on April 12th of 2024 and then in the US on May 10th. I'm very excited for this movie. I wouldn't say I'm an avid Amy Winehouse listener, but her story is very interesting to me. So I hope it's done well. I will say the director for this film also did 50 Shades of Grey. So not sure how that's going to go, but we'll see. We'll see. I won't judge. Kind of. Anyways, next
headline. We have some of the greatest news.
That's why I gave it to you.
Hideo Kojima, one of the greatest creative minds in the video game industry. He's created some of the greatest characters, and he's also created a weird ass game called Death Stranding, which I've been playing, and my God, it is not only a head scratcher, it is wacky and wild, and I love it. However, A24 and him have greenlit for it to be a movie.
Ooh!
So in the 2019 video game, which they're coming out with I think like a director's cut soon too. Death Stranding got a greenlit for a movie by A24, which is gonna be, we all know it's gonna be like 3 hours long and
super fucking good.
Yeah, and be like Office Rocker. I can't wait. With the help of it, with the creator Hideo Kojima, I guess he will be involved with the project, which is like, I mean, you can't do it without him because like it's his brain. Unfortunately, no castings or other creative news is known about the film version yet. However, if you don't get Norman Reedus, what are you doing?
Dude, seriously, it's his fucking face in the game. Like,
I know, right? Like,
if he can be the character in the video game, why he would be the perfect character in the movie, you know?
Yeah, and like, have you played Death Stranding, or like do you know the plot or anything like that?
Very, very, very little.
It is. It's crazy. Like it's post-apocalyptic world. It's like in the United States, but not the United States because the United States doesn't really exist, but it kind of does. And then like it's like death is like an entity.
Stranding.
Yeah. Sorry. It's got literally like death is like an entity that gets stranded in the world, and so like it like stalks people, and it's crazy. Like it's
so death is like an entity more than an event.
I mean, I guess the way he showed up is an event, I guess.
Like it's personified into a thing instead of, you know what I mean?
I wouldn't even say that because it's technically invisible, but not really. I don't know. It's very weird. It's a very, when I tell you it is a head scratcher, it is a head scratcher concept. That's what it is.
Well, then it's perfect for A24.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, by the way, a sequel to Death Stranding is also being released, so that's crazy too.
Oh boy, Death Stranding 2 the movie.
I can't wait. This will be so much Death Stranding that I'll be dead.
Nice. And I'll be stranding. Now, I'm sure most of you remember the iconic thriller Smile from 2022, which feels so long ago.
It does.
It was literally last year. So now they're coming out with a Smile 2. I'm sure most of you have heard of this by now. However, they just added another actress to the cast, Naomi Scott. Now, most of you might remember her from the live action adaptation of Aladdin, but the real OGs, including me, remember her from Lemonade Mouth. I think that's really her titular role. I think that's like her most iconic. Oh yeah, for sure. She's So Gone. Are you kidding me? That is a banger of a song.
Never watched it.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't expect you to have. Anyways, She's been casted as a lead role in the upcoming sequel. However, there are no details about her character or like the role her character has in the story. But if we find out more, we will let you know.
Spicy water.
Yes, Isaiah, what are you drinking?
Straight from the bottle, Bacardi Limon.
Wow. Kudos to you. I could not do that. The only liquor I can have straight up is whiskey, and that is what I'm drinking right now. This is my second glass of bourbon. All right. Next.
Speaking of getting messed up, Euphoria actress Sydney Sweeney is starring in a new rom-com called Anyone But You. Mm-hmm. You definitely know what this movie is because they have inundated you with ads.
Dude, the marketing for this movie is insane.
I don't even know. Sweeney shared during an interview in his Night Show that during production of the film, she was bitten by a real spider while filming the scene. Wait a minute. You're in Madam Web. That's the wrong movie.
Foreshadowing.
The actress went on to say that she had to take medication and help alleviate the pain. Many people on set didn't believe she was actually bitten and that it was just really dramatic improv. You can find the clip online along with the interview.
It's very funny.
What? Oh, it's funny? Is that why we're discussing this?
I mean, it is in part to the fact that it's funny that she's also in Madam Web and she got bit by a spider. That's very ironic.
It becomes Madam Web.
But the scene itself, like they actually have it on film because they were shooting the scene. And it is kind of comical because of how dramatic she reacts to it. I'm not saying she overreacted because I've never been bitten by a huntsman spider. That's what she got bit by. So it probably hurts like a motherfucker.
Gnarly little thing.
But she did scream, pardon my French, like a girl. Just saying.
Have you seen what a huntsman spider looks like though?
Yeah, they look like wolf spiders.
I hate that. I hate it all. I really don't like that.
Comment down below if you'd rather get bitten.
Would you rather get bitten by a huntsman or a wolf spider?
What's your favorite spider? Let us know. Oh, these things are fucking huge. Ugh.
What's the name of that giant crab that looks like a spider lives in Australia that climbs trees?
Crab spider? No. Those are here actually.
No, right.
No, crab spider Australia is literally the first thing that fucking came up.
No, it's not called a crab spider. It's literally like huge. It is absolutely
coconut crab.
Coconut crabs, bro. Coconut crabs are insane. Like, I mean,
they're just crabs though. They're not spiders.
But they look like spiders and they're the size of like a dog.
Yeah, they're fucking huge.
So that's a spider. That is literally.
Dude, Australia is crazy.
God literally did just make a bunch of like heinous contraptions of nature and threw them in Australia. I don't know what the hell he was doing.
It's really just like Florida on fucking steroids.
Australia man.
Yeah, basically Aussie man.
Aussie man.
It's insane. I just don't understand how. I know we have a few listeners in Australia, so if you're listening right now, please tell us, how the fuck are you alive? Like, is it actually as insane as everyone says it is? Or is it us Americans making things more dramatic than they need to be?
Oh, you know us Americans.
Yeah, we're crazy. Okay, on to the next headline. We got a little sidetracked. Just when you thought Barbie was done and over with,
nope,
you would be sorely mistaken. Mattel has decided to suck everyone back in for another film with Paramount and Temple Hill. Except this time, it's about American Girl dolls. So Lindsay Anderson Beer, who recently directed Pet Sematary Bloodlines. Wow, great movie. Sorry, that was mean. For the studio, we'll script the feature. American Girl, which I believe is what the film is being called as of now, that could be subject to change, will be overseen by Kevin McKeon and Ivan Sanchez from Mattel, Vanessa Joyce at Paramount, and Isaac Klausner, Laura Quicksilver, and Annika Patton at Temple Hill. I know you have never had an American Girl doll, Isaiah.
No.
But personally, I think I connect more with American Girl dolls than I did Barbie. Like, I think I was more obsessed with American Girl dolls as a kid growing up. Like, I was in a fucking American Girl doll club, okay? I was legit. I knew my shit.
Statement.
Yeah, it was normal.
Yeah, was it?
That's what I tell myself. Well, okay, we would do cool shit. We would read. Here's what we'd do. We'd pick a book, one of the American Girl doll books. So, like, for example, we'd do
books. There's a universe.
Oh yeah. So each doll has a book which has a story about your doll. So like there's Molly, who was this like girl who grew up during, I believe, World War II, and her father was like a soldier and shit. And then there was like Samantha, who was like this rich white girl. Don't remember much about her, but she was like adventurous. And like there's like every character had their own little thing. But we would do that in our club. We'd read one of the books, and then we'd all get together, talk about the book, and like do something like an activity that related to the book. And I don't remember. It was fun as a kid. Looking back on it, a little embarrassing, but I embrace it. Yeah. Molly and Sam were definitely my favorites. If anyone out there is an American Girl doll fan, you know who I'm talking about. Those are the OGs. Anyways, moving on.
Lastly, we want to take a moment to remember a great actor who recently passed, Andre Braugher, who passed away on the 11th of age of 61 from a brief illness. We don't have a distinct cause at the moment. Just brief illness is what all the news outlets have been saying. He made a name for himself playing the variety of authority figures in dramas and comedies such as Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Glory, Primal Fear, and many, many more. Rest in peace, Andre Braugher. He is an amazing actor and comedic gold in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, I was very shocked when I heard the news. Rest in peace, Andre. We will miss you. But that will include This Week in Hollywood. You can find all of our sources cited on our Discord channel. So I don't know if we need another drink, but you might. I'm okay where I'm at.
Are you sure about that?
Oh yeah, I'm actually pretty toasty.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us what Lewis gave us today for Big Lewis?
Okay, that's where we're at.
Wow, that's where we're at. Okay.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
Great.
The iconic line.
I love how that's going to be the intro for this segment.
Oh, just me screaming Yippie Ki Yay. Welcome to Big Brews. Yippie Ki Yay. Where's Lou? I need Lou.
Say the second half. Say the second half.
Hold up. I want Lou. I want a video recording of Lou screaming this on the top of his lungs.
I will text him right now.
I'm gonna take that sound bite and I'm gonna throw it in here. That's how we're starting. That's how we're starting the segment. We're gonna take that sound bite and we're gonna start.
Yippee Ki Yay, motherfucker!
Okay, what do we got?
We have the Yippee Ki Yay cocktail. Okay.
Really, I would have no idea that was what that was going to be.
Really? Coming to us from Cafe Saison.
Okay.
Cafe Saison Vita.
Okay.
My Spanish is not very good.
It's okay.
They have given us the Yippee Ki Yay cocktail. Very simple, very straight to the point. The equipment you're going to need is a jigger, a bar spoon, cocktail shaker, and a champagne glass.
Okay.
So you're going to like this one. We need, for this recipe, an ounce of bourbon.
I love bourbon.
You do love bourbon. The recipe that we have here says 4 Roses bourbon, but any bourbon will do.
Yes.
So we will you can use any of the alcohol that you would like from these, just any type you would like, but we'll give you some recommendations of what this specific one says. So we have an ounce of bourbon, which could be 4 Roses bourbon. We have an ounce of white rum. Your choice could be Don Q White Rum. 1 ounce of gold rum. If you want to keep with style, Don Q Gold Rum. 1 ounce of, does that say licorice or is that liqueur?
Liqueur.
Did he spell liqueur wrong? Okay. 1 ounce Liqueur 43. They have here a Spanish vanilla liqueur from is that to say the Spruce Seats?
The Spruce Eats.
The Spruce Eats, sorry. I'm looking at a link. They're all meshed together.
I actually have Liqueur 43 in my bar.
Really? How does it taste?
Never knew what it was until now. It is a sweet vanilla flavored liqueur, so I might be more inclined to try it.
We have a half ounce of Stroopwafel liqueur, or Orgeat. Was it Orgeat? Isn't it
Orgeat? Orgeat. I will never forget.
I love the Stroopwafel. That's definitely German. There's no way.
Stroopwafel.
Yeah, there's no way that's not German.
Stroopwafel.
Stroopwafel. Okay, and it goes with the German listeners. Anyway, 3 ounces of pineapple juice, dash of, I hope that I'm saying this right, Cayenne pepper?
Cayenne? Are you fucking serious?
What?
Cayenne pepper?
Cayenne pepper.
Wait, do you not actually know what cayenne pepper is?
I don't know what cayenne pepper is. Also, you're going to need some ice, but So this recipe called for placing your champagne glass in a freezer for 30 minutes. Yes, this will be chilled. To properly chill your glass, 30 minutes. No less, no more. Set your timer.
Okay.
For an on-the-fly option, fill the champagne glass with ice and club soda or water. This will chill the glass a bit within a few minutes. Good old restaurant trick. Do it the good way. Take your time.
Yeah. If you got the time, take it.
If you got time to lean, you got time to clean, and that means you got time to drink.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to take your stuff and put it in a cocktail shaker. Pour all of your ingredients except the pepper. Leave that out. Leave it on the side.
Okay.
Shake vigorously for about 10 times until foamy. That's kind of odd. Strain contents into your chilled strain. He missed strain. Strain contents into your chilled
Uh-huh.
Sprinkle a dash of that pepper on top, and then garnish with rosemary.
Okay.
And you have yourself the Yippie Ki Yay. Now we like so in this house we like bourbon. In this house we like rum. I don't know how we feel about liqueur, but it is vanilla.
I'm open.
So,
I am open.
Yes, I am open. What was Orgeat again? Wasn't that like orange flavor or something?
Fuck. I feel like we have to Google this fucking thing every single time.
Yeah.
It is almonds and sugar with a little rose water and or orange flower. So yeah, like a nutty orange.
Nutty.
Probably.
Pineapple. Wait, is it cayenne pepper? Is that what you said?
Cayenne. Oh my god.
Cayenne pepper and ice. And a dash of right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm willing to try the bourbon with vanilla and the orgeat.
It's kind of a weird.
It is definitely a weird concoction, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know, like what, because you've got cayenne pepper and then vanilla and then orange and then pineapple and then bourbon and then rum.
That is the ingredients, yes.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm just saying it feels very odd. The picture looks very lovely. I just want to say that. It's a very nice looking drink. Very pleasing.
Very pleasing to the eye.
I just don't know. Maybe like a 3.5.
I agree. I don't know if I'll like it because of the weird amount of things put together. Like on their own, like we call it like vanilla. I love vanilla. Bourbon, love bourbon. I love me some rum.
Yeah.
Don't know if I'll like them all put together though.
Yeah. I think I'm
willing
open
to give it. Yeah, I'm open.
Yes. 2024 is coming up, and that's our 24-year resolution. Resolution? Our New Year's resolution is to drink more. The end.
You need to drink more to get through another year on this shit.
We need to drink more and try more drinks. Period. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so you say 3.5 as well, you said?
Yeah, I agree. 3.5.
All right. Fair enough. Well, thank you, Lewis, for your amazing drink. It was very pleasing to look at. Anyways, while we're on the subject of drinking and being drunk, we'd like to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's episode, Shaker and Spoon. It is a monthly subscription service that gives you bar quality recipes and ingredients designed by award-winning mixologists. Their latest box, Rum for the Holidays, features, you guessed it, amazing rum cocktail recipes to get you in the holiday spirit. If you'd like your very own box to drink along with us and to get drunk for this episode, you can head on over to shakerandspoon.com and use our promo code SIPS10 to get $10 off your first box. Again, that is promo code SIPS10, SIP10, to get $10 off. All right, let's move on to our next segment, which is Beth's question of the day. Okay, I have a good one today.
You're very proud of this. I can feel it.
I am a little bit. We're going to answer. Okay, Isaiah, we're going to sit the fuck down and answer this fucking question right now. We're going to settle it once and for all.
Okay, I'm scared now.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie or is it not?
Yes, it is. Even though it came out in July.
Hold on. I was about to say, it came out in July. So is it really a Christmas movie? And if so, then why is it a Christmas movie? Just because it has Christmas in it?
One of the things that I will get into later, and is why I'm basing my answer off this, because it is one of my facts. But it wasn't done out of like, let's just put a season in it or anything like that. It was done on purpose. So I feel
so there's a reason.
There's a reason. Like I don't know. There was a reason. There was a very specific parameter for this movie, and that was like the biggest thing. And so they said, all right, we're going to do it that way. And so that's why this movie is a Christmas movie. Now, the rest of I don't know why they decided to release it in July, but actually because they wanted a summer blockbuster and they knew that this action movie might be the one. So that's why it came out in July and not Christmas.
Okay. So let me ask you this then. Gremlins.
Okay.
Is that a Christmas movie?
I don't know. I've never seen Gremlins.
What? Okay, that's going to be the next thing I fucking suggest for our season is the Gremlins. God.
Isn't there like 8 of them?
No, I think there's like 2 or 3. Maybe 2. I think there was going to be a third one. They never came out with it. Okay. So then I guess that was a pretty easy answer.
I feel it is a Christmas movie.
I don't think.
You don't think so?
I don't know. Because there's ties to Christmas in it. But is that all it takes to make something a Christmas movie?
I guess it depends on what your version of what's your interpretation of a Christmas movie? Like Elf is a Christmas movie. We all know that because it takes place during
Christmas Story. Home Alone, I would even say Christmas.
Because it takes place on Home Alone. I hear an argument for Home Alone because it took place on Christmas. Because like the other movies, well, actually all the movies take place on Christmas. But if it were taking place on they were just going, it was like in the middle of summer and they were just going on vacation to Hawaii, it would be the same exact plot.
Right.
So is it actually a Christmas movie? Just because it happens to take place during Christmas?
Home Alone?
Yes.
I think so, because they all leave to go on like a Christmas. Oh, yeah, I see what
you're saying. So if by that logic, Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
But I feel like all of these other Christmas movies are released around Christmas time. That's the outlier for Die Hard. That's why I think it's such a controversial question, because that's the argument is like, okay, well, if it's a Christmas movie, why did it come out in July? But there is such a thing as Christmas in July.
That is true.
That is the saying.
What do you call it? The reason, so like as I was saying before though, is like how Die Hard came out because they wanted a summer blockbuster. But for some reason, they were like very specific about it being Christmas. So I think they had the forethought that if it blew up, it would then become a Christmas movie instead of a summer blockbuster.
Let's see.
And Die Hard 3. And then they got rid of the Christmas theme by Die Hard 3. So I don't know. And that came out in May. So I don't know what they were going for. But obviously the first 2 movies are based around, like even we call it Die Hard 2 is very Christmassy. Like a big thing about it is that it's taking place on Christmas, and that's why the airports are all full and all that kind of stuff. So
okay, hold on a second.
Yes.
Why the fuck, when I typed in Christmas movies, why the fuck did Batman Returns? Why is that the second option?
It actually takes place during Christmas too.
Are you fucking Shazam?
That I think has a Christmas scene in it. Oh no, it does take place during Christmas, but that's not a Christmas movie.
See, okay. Well, hold on now. It takes place during Christmas, but it's not a Christmas movie.
There is no Christmas music. There is no. I think just like it just happens to be snowing. There's a snow village. Like, I think the fact that it's Christmas is not referenced as enough to be it. Like, I mean, like, yeah, it takes place during Christmas. Yeah, they mentioned the tree once. That's about it. Like, it just happens to take place during Christmas.
Okay. What about, here's another one that's on this list. Little Woman, the new one.
The new one? I never saw it, and nor do I care.
I think there is the holiday. I think Christmas happens at some point in the movie, if I remember right.
How about instead of a Christmas movie, would it be a holiday movie? Just no.
I guess so. I don't know. I like how there's a whole category for Christmas movies set in New York. I love that.
That's funny.
So specific.
So very specific.
Anyways, okay. Well, that's my question.
Why is Edward Scissorhands on here?
I saw that too. I was like, why the fuck is Edward Scissorhands on there?
I think there's some.
So if fucking Christmas is included for even 5 minutes of the movie, is it then regarded as a Christmas movie? Is that how it's going?
I figured it out. The whole, so what do you call it? Die Hard takes place entirely
Christmas Eve.
On Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
The entire movie is in Christmas Eve. I think you'll lose the fact that it is a Christmas movie once you enter the realm of like more days where it's not including the day of Christmas, right? Like, well, okay, we'll go with it. Shazam takes place like over the course of a week, I think. Actually, it's multiple. It's actually multiple weeks because like it shows the kid so it's multiple weeks. It's not just Christmas Day. Therefore, not a Christmas movie. Die Hard takes entirely in one night on Christmas Eve. Therefore, it's a Christmas movie. Edward Scissorhands takes, I think it's like his whole life. So I don't think that counts. Not a Christmas movie.
Okay.
There's your criteria. It's got to if it's going to be the most non-Christmas movie ever, but it takes place on the eve or day of Christmas, and the entire plot takes place in there. It's a Christmas movie.
Okay, I can get behind that. I can agree.
You agree? Okay.
I think so. I'm going to take a brief second here. We're going to do a little elevator music. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and I'll be right back. I am back.
What do you call? I looked up Christmas movies, and the top picks for you were like Merry Little Batman, The Long Kiss Goodnight, Trading Places, The Green Knight, Spencer, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
I don't know, Isaiah. I think it's based
The
off your
Tower,
search history.
Where God Left His Shoes. Like, what are these movies? Oh, Eyes Wide Shut are in here.
Okay, interesting.
The Lodge.
Yeah, I don't understand. I'm getting more
Madagascar.
confused.
What is Google up to?
I must know. Okay. Isaiah.
Yes.
I'm sure you have many facts today.
Oh yeah. This one
I feel it.
Yeah, this one I was I had some facts.
Yay!
I was not running dry. We will run dry as the series goes on. I'll tell you that for free.
Boy. Okay, let's hear it.
But this one we got a lot of facts, so let's get to it.
Woo!
All right. Die Hard is loosely adapted from the novel Nothing Lasts Forever. Okay, so this is based off a book. And this book is actually a sequel to another book called Detective, which is actually a movie itself too, which was previously adapted into a movie starring Frank Sinatra back in I think it was 1968 or something. All right. So the movie was initially developed as a straight up sequel to The Detective. However, as Die Hard was based on a novel sequel to the detective film, the studio was contractually obligated to give Frank Sinatra the role because obviously he played the character before. However, he was 70 at the time and he said, "Nah, I'm good."
Wow.
Yeah, so they then had to, obviously, they could then revert the rights and do whatever they want with it.
Okay.
Now, after that, screenwriter Jeb Stewart, he was given creative freedom to do whatever he wanted, except the one caveat was it had to be Christmas in Los Angeles. That was the only caveat.
Wow.
So there you go. That's why it's a Christmas movie. After being told that, Stewart began working 18-hour days at the office.
Disgusting. That is disgusting.
Which left him exhausted and on edge. After an argument with his wife, he went for a drive and saw a box in the lane he was driving in, and he was unable to avoid it. And so he was forced to drive over it, and he discovered it to be empty. According to Stewart, he pulled over to the side of the freeway. His heart was pounding. From this, Stewart conceived the central theme of Die Hard of a man who should have apologized to his wife before a catastrophe because he felt he could have died. He immediately returned home, reconciled with his wife, and then wrote 35 pages in a night.
Oh my God.
Which is, wow, okay.
That's insane.
Then he did this to shape McClane's relationship. Stewart also drew upon himself, upon his own marital problems, and as well with the marital problems of his peers, including divorces and ex-wives, reverting to using their maiden names as the wife does in this movie. So Holly is based off someone's real ex-wife.
Wow. Cold.
All right. There are actors who almost played John McClane.
Can I guess one?
You can guess one. There are a lot of big names on here, so you'll probably guess it.
Oh, this is the 80s we're talking about, so I'm gonna think Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
And I'm gonna guess. I'm sorry. Wait, what the fuck happened with Google? This is so funny. Okay, so I Googled common 80s actors just so I could kind of see what I was playing with. Why the fuck is Christopher Walken Robert De Niro? And why the fuck is Meryl Streep?
Oh, Eddie Murphy? What the hell?
And Denzel Washington, Anthony Hopkins, Sigourney Weaver is Meryl Streep. Like, what the fuck happened to Google?
Google really screwed up.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck happened. Everyone else looks...
I don't think that's Mel Gibson. That's not Mel Gibson.
Wait, where do you see Mel Gibson?
Top right.
Oh, this one? Yeah, no, that's not Mel Gibson.
That's not Mel Gibson.
Dude, what the fuck, Google? We should just make this the fucking thumbnail. Wait, Eddie Murphy's down here is Meryl Streep, but then Eddie Murphy's also up here.
Eddie Murphy is Eddie Murphy. Well, Eddie Murphy is Meryl Streep.
Wait, I'm so confused. Okay, sorry. That's just really weird to me. Continue. Okay, so yeah, I think Arnold Schwarzenegger, you said yes. And I'm going to guess Harrison Ford.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, those are my only 2 guesses. I don't know who else.
All right, we got Clint Eastwood.
Oh, Clint Eastwood,
Mel Gibson.
Oh, yes. Not the Mel Gibson we saw. The other.
No, not that Mel Gibson. I don't know who that was. Burt Reynolds.
Yeah. Okay.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Al Pacino.
Yep.
Kurt Russell.
Okay.
And Robert De Niro.
Yeah, I could see all of those.
Mm-hmm. Now.
Those were all on that list.
They were all on the list.
Including Meryl Streep.
They were all the top 80s contenders. However, the script originally was set to be like a like the Sylvester, like Rambo. It was pitched as Rambo in an office building. That's basically how it was pitched.
That's that's a fair analysis, I'd say, or a fair analogy.
It was pitched as that. However, when the script was written, it was more of an unstoppable cop rather than like an average guy that like Bruce Willis turned out to be. So due to Willis being more of like an everyman and not like a muscle-bound, unstoppable force of nature, there was a lot of controversy on whether or not he would be taken seriously as an action star. This was the biggest thing before when this was all going down. It also didn't help that his only other movie role was like a moderately successful comedy, and he was predominantly a TV star and in a comedy called Moonlighting. And the line between TV and movie was very clear. TV stars were not movie stars. There was no crossover.
Right.
So it was very clear that like, oh, this is a very big risk. However, the 20th Century Fox president, Leonard Goldberg, justified this by saying Die Hard needed an actor of Willis's potential, that Willis's everyman persona was essential to conveying the idea that a hero could actually fail. Unlike the other movies like Rambo and Commando and all that stuff, where they obviously knew that there was no way he was going to be stopped.
Yeah.
So there was an idea. That's when the idea started forming of he was not going to, that the script should be changed to being a more everyman, average guy, just getting slapped in the middle of, like, he's just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now, Willis turned down the role initially, along with the whole list of all these other people.
Oh my God.
However, but he did it mostly because of his contract obligations with Moonlighting, because he just couldn't do it. There was no scheduling time to do it. However, his co-star ended up getting pregnant, and so they had to stop production for 11 weeks. So he was able to take the role, and they were able to film it within those 11 weeks.
Wow. So, 11?
It was within 11 weeks, I believe.
Wow.
Yep. So, and now on to one of the greatest actors ever, Alan Rickman. This is his first movie.
Really?
Yes. This is his
what a fucking iconic role he has.
I know, right? So they gave him the script, and he was not for it. He was like, "I'm not doing an action movie. I'm not doing that shit." He's like, "I don't care." He's like, "I'm not doing an action movie. This is disgusting." He originally didn't like the script, and he was going to turn it down. However, he was then handed a second script, being like, "Here's the new script. This is what we're actually going to do." And it was the more everyman, the Willis's everyman character of the average Joe. And he also liked how progressive the movie was based on its wit and how every black character was portrayed positively. They weren't, even though they were a bad guy, they were smart. There was nobody like drug dealers or anything like that. One was a cop, one was a genius, the other one was a limo driver, but he wasn't an idiot.
Yeah.
It was very progressive for the time. So he was like, I'm very into it. And that's what changed his mind in order to do the movie.
Oh, nice.
Also, Alan Rickman decided it would be more interesting for his character to wear a suit than a full terrorist gear. So he said, I'm doing that. And they said, all right.
I think it's way more fitting.
Yes. And then he also came up with the scene where he tried to pretend to be a hostage. He came up with that scene. Like, he came up with that idea and said,
dude,
hey.
That was so clever too. I was like, shit. Finally, a thing that happens in a movie that I'm like, that is exactly what would have happened in that scenario.
He left the notes on the producer Joe Silver's table with his suggestions. So you just like leave them there. There is conflicting accounts saying that they had a discussion and like they were joking around. He said, I don't like this. I think he would do it this way. Like in his trailer, either or. Notes were left notes happened in that trailer, and that is what changed the script.
Wow. So
now Nakatomi Tower is actually the Fox Plaza, which was under construction at the time. It is Fox's new headquarters. That is like 20th Century Fox's headquarters before it was done. They were allowed to film as long as they only filmed at night and didn't damage anything, which they damaged a few things.
Mm-hmm.
We call it with all those explosives. They ended up I think they not burned down, but they scorched a wall or something like that. And then also when that big ATV thing runs through the front.
The railing.
Yeah, the railings. They actually broke those.
Oh my god.
During the shootout in the office, a glass company was contracted with making over-tempered glass, and over-tempered just means that it's baked for longer, so that it's harder. And they did that specifically to get the specific effect they wanted for the scene of where they shoot out all the glass.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Bruce Willis has got to run all over it.
Right. Ironically, he's also in a movie called Glass.
That is true. That is true.
How the turntables.
Now, when asked to throw Holly to the floor, Rickman refused because he believed it was not a fitting action for a civilized Gruber, and that Holly, a self-possessed career woman, would never have let him do it anyway.
Yeah, he's got a point.
The actors were also given some room to improvise, like Theo's line of "the quarterback is toast" and Bachner's "Hans Bubby, I'm your white knight," and the henchman Uli stealing a chocolate bar during the SWAT assault. That was all improvised.
Isn't also Yippie Ki Yay, motherfucker?
From what I am told, I could not find anything to back that up. However, it is somewhere that, the original line was supposed to be "No way, Jose." But then he said Yippee Ki Yay instead. I don't know.
That's a much better quote.
It is a much better quote. Now, the perception of film stunts changed shortly before the production of Die Hard, following the fatal accident on the set of The Twilight Zone, the movie, in 1983. So it was a big push on stunt safety. So a push was made to prioritize the film's crew over the film itself. However, Bruce Willis insisted he do the stunts himself. And the first day of shooting, the first thing they filmed was this explosion scene on the roof where he jumps off with the fire hose wrapped around.
Yeah. Gotta hand it to him. Mm-hmm. That's a big stunt to pull off on the first time.
Now, for one of the most famous facts, I think, of all time, the fall from Nakatomi Tower, Rickman was told that he would be dropped on the count of 3. But the director and the stunt coordinators decided to drop him on 2 to elicit a genuine look of surprise.
Ooh, it's fucked up, but I like it.
Yeah, so the director said there was no way he could fake that. And of course, that was a take that was used. But McTiernan convinced Rickman to perform a second one as backup.
Smart.
Could you imagine sitting there and being like, this dick?
Yeah.
This
motherfucker.
And now this movie ushered in a new era of heroes and villains, as heroes could be they weren't just super cops. They weren't just super unstoppable people that could just survive anything. Or that villains were supposed to be these eccentric madmen. So this brought in an era of the everyday hero and villains who were sophisticated and educated. So we have Die Hard to think of that. Now, the term Die Hard on or in A has become shorthand to describe a lone everyman hero who must overcome overwhelming opposing force in a relatively small and confined location. Examples include Under Siege, 1992, which is Die Hard on a battleship. Cliffhanger, 1993, which is Die Hard on a mountain. Speed, 1994, which is Die Hard on a bus. Or Air Force One, which is in 1997, which is Die Hard on a plane.
That's amazing.
Which is funny, given the fact that this movie was originally pitched as Rambo in an office building.
I was just about to say that, yeah. It's like Die Hard on a plane with Rambo on a bus.
Now, in 2007, Bruce Willis donated John McClane's undershirt to the Smithsonian Museum, and there is an exhibit dedicated to stuff for Die Hard in the Smithsonian.
Wow. Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. That feels wrong for some reason. I feel like it should belong in a Hollywood museum, not the fucking a history museum.
Oh, you would think, yeah, the Oscars museum? That's probably what it should be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The Smithsonian said, hey, we like movies.
Yeah, I guess so.
Now, for our final fact, we have some funny translated names for this movie.
Okay.
So the movie was translated in a plethora of other languages.
And
given strange names, however, to some of them, such as, in Spanish, it is called The Crystal Jungle.
Die Hard is The Crystal Jungle?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I don't know why.
Interesting. Okay.
Like the name is, it's not called Die Hard. Like it's not translated as Die Hard in like Spanish for Die Hard. No, it's literally they changed the name to Crystal Jungle.
Okay.
Why? I don't know.
I don't know.
Same thing for the Polish. In Poland, it's called the Glass Trap.
That one, I'm like, okay, there's glass in the movie.
It's a glass building. I mean, like,
yeah.
I can get it.
I can get behind that one more than the other one.
Yeah. Now this one you're not going to get. In Hungarian, it's called Give Your Life Expensive.
Okay, what?
I don't know. I don't get that one.
That's not even in a sentence.
Give your life expensive. Your life, it's expensive. Give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And those are all my facts for today.
Those were good. I liked those. Some funny and some actually interesting. Thank you, Isaiah. As always.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Well, now let's get down to the nitty gritty and talk about Die Hard or Live Easy. Is that like a motto or something, a slogan in that?
Die Hard, Live Easy?
Yeah.
No.
Did I just make that up?
I think so.
Wow.
Die Hard, Live Easy.
I feel like that's...
Oh, no, there's, oh my God, I think like Virginia's motto is something like that. Or like live free or, yeah, it's like literally live free or die hard, I think.
Hang on. Die hard, live easy. Live Free or Die Hard is an American thriller film.
That is the fourth movie, yes.
Okay, well, I'm coining Die Hard or Live Easy. That's my thing. Anyways, let's talk about the movie. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
All right, just to live free or die is the official motto of the U.S. state of New Hampshire.
Damn, New Hampshire.
We're going to okay? Live free or die.
Are you guys okay over there?
No, they're not.
Jeez. Okay, what did you think of the movie?
I think it's pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have a lot to say. It is a solid action movie. It is an iconic action movie. It's an iconic Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
A few notes I wrote is that the Run DMC intro means this is a Christmas movie. If you have Christmas and Hollis in your movie, it's a Christmas movie. Sorry. The cat and mouse game between Hans Gruber and John McClane is very good. This movie is very well paced, and it brings up like new parts being like, oh, this man's in charge. And he's slowly losing grip on that. And it's kind of like a cat and mouse being like,
I do agree that the pacing is very well done.
He's like, I got a plan for this, but this stupid cop is throwing wrenches in my shit.
Yeah.
So, and I think the pinnacle of the movie is obviously the scene where Hans pretends to be a hostage, right? Because that cat and mouse games goes from like a physical chasing him around, chasing him around the building to like a mental one. Because obviously John is like, something's up. Wonder what he's doing around here. And then it turns into like, but he's like, I can't just shoot him because I don't know. So then it turns into that cat and mouse game of him trying to chip him up and him asking him questions. And then obviously Alan Rickman doing an amazing American accent to like switch him up and like pretending that he's a hostage. I think that scene is what pulls it all together of this cat and mouse game that this whole Die Hard movie is based on. Some of the things that just kind of like this is a bunch of little, I have little things, like little things that piss me off is when he calls the cops in the emergency channel and she's like, this is an emergency channel. If you have an emergency, call 911. And then he gets shot.
But you are 911.
Yeah, like you are 911? Do you think like there's oh my God, the one-liners in this movie. Like, yeah, do you think I'm ordering a pizza or like Yippie Ki Yay, motherfucker, or welcome to the party?
So it's like 80s one-liner cringe.
Yeah, but like it is you can't top those. The one-liners are great. But also, like, that cop is an idiot. Like, how do you not know what gunshots are? How are you a cop and don't know what a gunshot is? You didn't hear that? Like, oh, I just heard automatic gunfire. Might as well just send. Okay, we'll just send like one cop car. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Also, the reporter. There's like a thing about in some movies where the reporter is portrayed like as a villain because they have no morals, right? They just are here to get the story. They don't care who they put in danger or anything. Like, he almost gets Holly killed. He almost gets John killed. Like, I don't know what the rules are in like the real world, but I feel like you could definitely get sued, and he definitely deserved that punch at the end of the movie, and I would have sued his ass.
He felt super out of place. Like, I just felt like we could have completely eliminated his character and nothing would have changed.
I think Yeah, they could have
Like-
probably done it a different way to reveal.
What was the point of his character, you know?
It was mostly to reveal John's wife.
I see.
I think they were necessary in the sense that, like, yeah, what do you call it? That this is a big story. Obviously, someone's going to be there to like report it. The whole weird side plot of him like hunting down his kids and then like threatening the babysitter with calling. I'm sorry, it's called INS, but that's back in the 80s. It's called immigration services now.
Mm-hmm.
So
super weird.
Yeah, super weird. Obviously, super racist too.
Yeah.
It is an iconic movie. That's all I gotta say. 4 out of 5 for me.
4 out of 5, not bad.
Yeah.
I agree. I felt like, yeah, there was like, you know, there's just those kind of cringy 80s one-liners, but you kind of like expect that with that era of movies, and it's like, okay, like if those kind of lines were in movies now, it would just be cringy.
Yeah.
But you kind of like it with those kind of older dated films. I totally forgot that Alan Rickman was in this movie, so I was pleasantly surprised when I saw him appear on screen, and I think his character is very well done. I think he does a great job. Now that I know that was his first big role, is insane.
Knocked it out of the park.
He fucking nailed that shit. Yeah. I also, so I'm not a huge sucker for action and like senseless action packed movies. This wasn't I wouldn't say senseless. But it's definitely an action packed movie. With that being said, I did enjoy like the use of the squibs, which for those who don't know what squibs are, they're like little tiny packets with an explosive attached to them put on people's bodies. And when they're detonated, they spurt out fake blood. So in film production, when someone pretends to shoot someone, then the squib guy, forget the fucking name of the role, will detonate the squib at that time, and it'll look like the man's been shot. It's a way to do a practical effect instead of CGIing a gunshot. I enjoyed that. I enjoy like practical effects, so that was very pleasant. There was a lot of badassery in this movie. There really was. I think the biggest one for me was the glass, like him running over the glass and then him just like picking the glass out of his feet.
It was, yeah, that was
and just taking it like a fucking boss. Yeah. It was just very like iconic. I was like, damn, that's a man right there.
That's a man.
I liked McClane's character. He's kind of an asshole, but like a funny guy and had true heart, but was very sarcastic and stuff with his delivery. And it felt real and genuine. A lot of his reactions felt genuine, where he's just like, what the fuck? You know, like what's going on? I was like, yeah, that's how I think anyone would be in those situations. Some of the issues I did have with the film, though, I just felt like Argyle was, I mean, yeah, he was kind of like the comedic relief from the tension in the moment, but I felt like in the beginning, he was purely just there for exposition and to just blatantly state everything that was like to set the movie up. So he's just like, so your wife and you are having problems and you're coming to the big city because she came to he literally stated everything you needed to know. And I was just like, wow, thanks for the exposition, Argyle. I do not like when movies do that. It's kind of, you can do it, but you got to do it right, where it's not blatant like that. And it's not just straightforward, but it's more of, you know, there's a reason why there's the quote, show, don't tell. And it's because people don't want to be treated like they're stupid, and they want to be able to put the pieces together themselves.
Boy.
Yeah. I think another thing I noticed was like, how many fucking cigarettes does McClane smoke in this movie?
Oh, yeah.
This man is going to have cancer from one night. That man smokes like 6 packs, I swear. I'm like, dude, is that the same cigarette or is that a new one? If so, then you've gone through like at least 5 or 6 cigarettes in like the last hour, you know? And then the only other thing I wrote was that at the end where he like shoots Hans Gruber and then he fucking blows the gun. I was like, dude, that was cringy. That was cringy.
Oh, that was definitely I'm a cool guy moment.
He goes, I was like, dude, seriously? That was almost cool, and you fucked it up. But overall, I gave it a 3.5.
Ooh.
I know it sounds low, and it's purely just because it's not like I would be fine never seeing it again. But it's definitely a movie I think everyone should see at least once. I think a big reason why I rated it so low is because I didn't grow up with it like a lot of people who rate it higher did. I think did at least. Like I feel like a lot of people rate it higher because there's that nostalgia factor that a lot of people are like, oh, I grew up with this movie, or I used to watch it with my family, or something like that. There's that factor to it that I just don't have. So to me, it's just I'm looking at it as just a movie. So it's a 3.5 for me. I liked Rocky more.
That's fair. That's fair.
Rocky was less action and more like heart, you know? Not saying this movie didn't have heart, just not as much as Rocky.
Rocky is a very different movie. That's for sure.
Yes. Oh, yeah. But it's still like that kind of like everyday man turning into a hero kind of arc, I think. So, yeah. Okay. Well, do you have anything else you want to add before I wrap up?
No, not really.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. Like, it's such a solid movie. Like, that's literally, it's just, I think it's a solid action movie. It's obviously iconic for its time, and that's what it's going to be.
Really not much else you can really add to it. Well, thank you, everyone, for listening to today's episode, and welcome to season 15 and to us being drunk. I've kind of sobered up. I don't know about you.
What do you mean?
Have you sobered up?
No. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I feel pretty okay. You know, that means another drink. Anyways, please feel free to send in any movie suggestions you'd like for us to watch and review for our listeners' episodes. You can send those in at silverscreensips@gmail.com. Also, if you don't follow us already, then be sure to also follow us on Instagram. We're also just at silverscreensips, so you can get any and all updates regarding the show. And we will see you next week with Die Hard 2 on Christmas Day. What?
Iconic.
That's insane. Iconic.
You're iconic. I'm iconic. We're all iconic. You got a one-liner for us? End it on the one-liner?
You're stupid.
That'll do it.
Okay, bye.